Is more than just a catchphrase. In the most visited places on Earth, it's a problem that impacts nearly every facet of daily life, including the environment, the price of housing, transportation, and dining out. Furthermore, the quality of your vacation is negatively impacted when a location becomes overly crowded, not just for the benefit of the local population. Nonetheless, it appears that things might be shifting with small increments. Italy and Japan, for example, are devising strategies to shift tourists from crowded attractions to less frequented areas. A phenomenon known as destination dutes has emerged among travelers as a result of over-tourism, wherein popular vacation spots are replaced with less crowded, less costly, but equally enjoyable alternatives. You won't find your Bangkoks or Balis, Amalfis or Amsterdams on our recently revised list of the world's most underappreciated tourist spots. Discover a place where penguins outnumber people, an area overshadowed by Morocco, a Yosemite dupe, and a plethora of further travel inspiration. Selected by our team of knowledgeable editors and experienced travelers, these lesser-known locations provide excellent or serene substitutes for the traditional options. Furthermore, there are frequently locations that genuinely yearn for tourists. Put another way, visiting any one of these 10 criminally neglected locations is a win-win scenario. I'll see you on the trail. Number 10. Finlandia, Colombia. Why do tourists pass by this quaint little village with its rolling green hills and balconies of various colors? Because Salento, which is close by and home to the world's tallest palms, Cocora Valley is the destination for visitors who have been advised to come instead. Most people are unaware that Finlandia, a less popular destination, has more colorful architecture, greater views of the countryside. A visit to the 27-meter-high Collina Illuminata overlook is highly recommended, and Helena Adentro, one of the most inventive restaurants in the area. There's a reason the UN World Tourism Organization just designated Finlandia as one of the world's best tourism villages. Number 9. Southern Tunisia. Usually, when people think about North Africa, they think of Morocco, but you really should think about Tunisia. And I do not mean the sun-kissed Mediterranean shore to the north. Rather, I mean the bizarre desert country to the south. There are dunes as far as the eye can see from the village of Daouz, which is referred to as the gateway to the Sahara by the locals. It will feel like you're on a different planet if you explore them on a camel or quad bike with the assistance of a local guide, who seems to know the constantly same landscape like it's full of incredibly evident landmarks. The difficult ride across the sand is definitely worth it for the peaceful village of Sargalane, which is centered on a glistening oasis. Number 8. São Sebastião, Brazil. Beach lovers, kite surfers, and scuba divers will find this serene piece of southeast Brazil to be the perfect getaway, just 3 hours drive from the busy metropolis of São Paulo. Despite having a gorgeous coastline with 62 miles of warm Atlantic waters, the area is rarely included in rankings of Brazil's best beaches, despite being home to a length of absurdly flawless sandy beaches. Even better, you'll be able to experience true tranquility. Take a stroll through the historic old town of São Sebastião, hop between the beaches of Marizias, Juquí, Barra do Sahi, and Poiquicanga, and take the ferry to Ilhabela to see some of the 400 waterfalls on the island. Feeling peckish? Sample responsibly sourced seafood at Taioba, enjoy handcrafted gin at Sigelfin Distillery, and have dinner in a scenic setting at Manac. Following the devastating effects of the 2023 Brazil landslides, São Sebastião is in greater need of tourism support than ever. Number 7. Can Dao, Vietnam. Although there is a well-traveled tourist route across Vietnam, there is an archipelago that feels relatively unexplored that is only 45 minutes away by plane from Ho Chi Minh City. Since Can Dao is a single, sizable national park, you can find unspoilt nature all around you. Sand and water lovers can explore the island's many beaches or snorkel over colorful reefs. My personal favorite are the empty sandy sections of Han Bay Can Islet, which serves as a refuge for breeding turtles and their young. Trails through dense forests may be found atop jungle-covered slopes. Visit Ong Dung Primeval Forest to stroll amongst old trees or embark on a scenic journey to the summit of Mount Thon Gia. For a historical touch, visit the Can Dao Museum and former prison locations in the footsteps of Vietnamese pilgrims. These locations offer insight into the island's somber past as a former penal colony. Number 6. Prince Edward Island, Canada. Although Canada boasts enormous lakes and towering mountains, Prince Edward Island is a prime example of how great things can come in little packages, and even though it is the country's smallest province, it has a lot to offer. Unending sandy shorelines and parabolic dunes. A walking path spanning the entire island, it passes through verdant wetlands, picturesque farmland, and alongside red sandstone cliffs. Days of fresh oysters, clams, mussels, and lobster don't leave without having the Blue Mussel Cafe's chowder poutine. Equally different are the lodging choices. Spend the night beneath the stars in a geodesic dome or in an 1895 summer house with steep gables. Number 5. Sibiu, Romania. Sibiu, a town in Romania, is a former Saxon stronghold that is situated on the southern edge of Transylvania. It is worth ignoring the many Dracula cliches. Rather, it organizes major cultural events such as the International Theatrical Festival Sifes and Ardmania, and it houses a Grandmaster's exhibition at the Brukenthal. Sibiu is a city that invests much in its cultural heritage, preserving its magnificent cobblestone squares and medieval facades. Half the excitement is discovering its tunnels lined with cats, especially during the busy Christmas market. Even though the town is small, there is still space for residents and visitors to interact comfortably. There are short lines for excellent eateries, such as Combinat, a gastrobrewery. Number 4. Tasmania, Australia. The smallest state in Australia has everything. One of the few carbon-negative locations on Earth, the island is home to over 800 hiking paths and is mostly protected under the Tasmania Wilderness World Heritage Area. Even with its white sand beaches, Tasmania is not simply a summer destination in the off-season. Visitors can enjoy cold water swimming, the southern lights, and winter celebrations like Dark Mofo. There is actually an abundance of culture. Visit the UNESCO-listed hamlet of Port Arthur or the Museum of Old and New Art in Hobart. Make reservations for the farm-to-table establishments Stillwater and Havilah in Launceston. You can also easily spend a day exploring the island's cider, wine, and whiskey trails, which wind through Devonport, Hobart, and the Coon Valley. Don't forget to visit Bruni Island and greet the resident penguins. Number 3. Caucasus Valley, Chile. The Caucasus Valley in Chile is likened to Yosemite for several reasons. A multitude of waterfalls are fed by the snow-capped granite mountains. Thrilling walks and climbs satisfy even the most daring adventurers, and fascinating wildlife abounds in the immaculate forests. However, the daily tourist cap is only 90, unlike Yosemite. Stroll the same paths that the Sundance Kid and Butch Cassidy used to herd cattle from Argentina, a short distance away. Stay at Refugio Cauchamo, a simple but comfortable hotel located in the center of the valley, a day's hike from the closest road. Number 2. Newcastle, Australia. Newcastle is not your typical Australian city. It is situated directly on the edge of an amazing surf beach. This low-rise New South Wales city is about 2 hours north of Sydney by car or 2.5 hours by train. It was once a port and coal mining town, but it later developed into a surfer's paradise. Today, it is home to a plethora of trendy cafes, fine dining establishments, live music venues, and breathtaking coastal hikes. Enjoy swimming at the outdoor Meriwether Ocean baths or at Nobby's Beach during the warmer months. Stroll up to Nobby's Lighthouse and then around the Honeysuckle Harbor precinct. We suggest starting the evening with a cocktail on the rooftop bar of the QT Hotel, followed by dinner at Flotilla, one of the greatest restaurants in the neighborhood, which highlights gorgeous local produce and wine. Newcastle offers the best of both worlds, a bustling city break and a laid-back seaside getaway. Number 1. Bentonville, Arkansas, USA. There are a lot of villas I've been to, but Bentonville is by far my favorite. The amount of activities this quaint little Arkansas city offers is astounding. There are lots of paths for hiking, biking, and strolling, some of which go to Kohler Mountain Bike Preserve. There are places to unwind and shred in this designated mountain bike area. Don't miss Airship Coffee, a very unusual outdoor cafe in the woods. However, it was the culture, more especially the breathtaking Crystal Bridges Museum of Art, that lured me to Bentonville. The vast collection of modern art at this primarily free, temporary exhibitions require a ticket. Institution includes pieces by Yayoi Kusama, James Turrell, and singer-songwriter Jewel, whose immersive art experience, The Portal, is a must-see. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your fellow travelers, and subscribe to our channel for more travel inspiration and tips. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Until next time, happy travels and keep exploring.